I imposed my culture even though I thought I was just being nice. So I'm 23 and my parents came here from another country when I was little. They drilled it into my head that you always bring something when you visit someone's house. Doesn't matter if it's your best friend or some random person you barely know, you bring a gift. It's just what you do. My boyfriend Jake and I have been together for almost 4 years. We both work from home, so when his parents suggested we do weekly dinners at their place, I was totally down for it. I love his parents. They're super sweet and always make this amazing lasagna that's literally better than any restaurant. Every single week for like 3 months, I'd bring something small. A bottle of wine from the grocery store, some cookies from that bakery downtown, flowers from the farmer's market. Nothing expensive, just little things to say thanks for cooking for us. His mom would always smile and put whatever I brought on the kitchen counter, and his dad would give me this little nod like he appreciated it. Last Tuesday, I found these perfect daffodils at the store. His mom mentioned once that they reminded her of spring, so I grabbed a small bouquet for like $8. I was putting them in a little vase when Jake completely lost it. "Why do you keep bringing stuff over every week like my parents are some charity case?" he said, throwing his jacket on aggressively. I literally had no idea what he was talking about. "What do you mean? I've always done this. Even when we go to your friends' houses, remember? That's when he really went off. Stop imposing your culture on everyone. It's weird because you're white anyway, so just stop." I felt like I'd been slapped. I handed him the flowers and told him to go to dinner without me. I needed to walk around the block like 5 times just to process what had just happened. When he got back 2 hours later, he still had the flowers. He set them on our coffee table and sat down with this serious look. "Look, I'm sorry for snapping, but my parents are actually super annoyed with you constantly bringing stuff. They think you're treating them like they can't take care of themselves or something." Before I could even respond, my phone buzzed. Text from his dad. "Hi, honey. Maybe it's best if you don't come to dinner anymore. Nothing personal." I stared at that message for like 10 minutes. These people who I thought loved having me over, who always seemed happy to see me, had been talking about me behind my back this whole time. Jake was sitting there waiting for me to apologize, like I'd done something horrible. "I was just trying to be polite," I finally said. "Well, it came across wrong. You need to call them and apologize if you want to fix this." But here's the thing. I wasn't sorry. Not really. I was raised to show gratitude when someone feeds you. My mom would have been mortified if I showed up to someone's house empty-handed. It's not about charity or thinking someone can't take care of themselves. It's about respect. The next few days were brutal. Jake barely talked to me unless it was to bring up the apology again. He'd make these little comments about how stubborn I was being, how I was choosing my weird cultural hang-ups over his family. Finally, I called his mom directly, not to apologize, but to understand. "I just want to know what I did wrong," I said when she picked up. There was this long pause. "Well, it just felt like you thought we couldn't provide for ourselves. Like every week you had to supplement what we were giving you. That's not what I meant at all. I was thanking you for cooking. But we didn't ask for thanks. We invited you because we wanted to spend time with you." That's when it clicked. In their minds, bringing gifts meant I thought dinner wasn't enough. In my mind, not bringing something meant I didn't appreciate what they were doing. "I understand now," I said. "I'm sorry it came across that way." She softened a little. "Maybe we can try again in a few weeks." But when I hung up, I felt empty. Jake was happy I'd called, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd just apologized for being myself. My parents had taught me to show gratitude, and somehow that had become this terrible thing. The weirdest part? Jake's comment about me being white. Like my cultural background doesn't count because of how I look. My parents struggled to fit in when they got here, and they taught me their ways of showing respect. That's not imposing anything on anyone. That's just who I am. We're back to having dinner with his parents now, but I don't bring anything anymore. I sit at their table and eat their food and say thank you, but it feels hollow. Like I'm pretending to be someone I'm not, just to keep the peace.